Three. Hello and welcome.
Julia in dobrodošli.
Thank you, Anna and Alexandra, for suggesting this.
Hvala Ani in Aleksandri, da sta predlagali
And-
ta Zoom.
And thanks for everyone for showing up.
Hvala vsem, ki ste se pojavili tukaj.
How's it get any better?
To lahko boljše.
There's also Vladimir. Look at that with all the light in the back. How's it get any better than that? So we are going to be talking about the 7 steps today.
Torej danes bomo govorili o 7 korakih.
And Anna, you wanted to talk about this. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your curiosity and what we will be talking about this evening?
Me, do I say it?
Yeah.
Okay. Torej, kaj spravi, Ana, ti si bila radovedna v zvezi s to temo in povej kaj o tem, kaj v bistvu si želiš, da, o čem se bomo danes pogovarjali. Aleksandra, me boš ti prevajala?
Yes, I can.
So the Cass had this amazing 2 hours evening class about 7 steps, and it was brilliant. I mean, few of you are here as well, and you can also say something about it. And I was like,
Okay, Kes je imela Julija dvourno večerno delavnico 7 korakov in bila je odlična. Nekateri izmed vas ste se tudi udeležili, tako da če želite, lahko delite svoje izkušnje in poveste kaj o temu.
And you know, I was like, everyone should take these steps and use them because our life would be so much easier with it.
In rekla sem si, da vsi bi mogli poznati teh 7 korakov in jih uporabljati, ker bi potem naše življenje postalo toliko enostavnejše.
Yeah.
Exactly. And let's just jump into like.
Yeah. You know, I'm
Dajmo kar skočiti v to.
Yeah, I'm glad I had you start because it's exactly what's been showing up recently, that how much easier life is when you are using these 7 simple steps. That's easy for me to say. 7 simple steps.
Začela s tem, ker dejansko se kaže zadnje čase, kako veliko preprostejše je lahko naše življenje, če uporabljamo teh 7 korakov.
Yeah, and so really, I just want to say about the 7 steps. Here's the book. That we're going to have these 2 lovely ladies translate it into Slovenian.
Torej, rada bi nekaj povedala. To je ta knjiga o 7 korakih, ki jo bosta tile 2 gospodični prevajali, jaz pa Aleksandra.
And one of the things that I recognize is a lot of people are looking for ways of changing their lives, ways of changing their relationships, ways of changing their business.
Veliko ljudi išče načine, kako spremeniti njihovo življenje, njihove odnose, njihov posel.
And they're looking to do that, but they're often not present in their own lives.
In pogosto to počnejo, vendar ko to počnejo in iščejo različne stvari, niso prisotni v svojih lastnih življenjih.
You know, people see opportunities, let's say, and in Access we talk about the difference between opportunities and possibilities. People see opportunities and they wonder why it doesn't work the way they wish it could.
In ljudje vidijo te možnosti oziroma priložnosti, tudi v Accessu poznate orodja, vidite te možnosti in kakor govorimo, je razlika med priložnostmi in možnostmi, ki jih imamo, ki ustvarjamo v nekem življenju.
So one of the great things about consciousness is that we have access to knowing really everything.
Ena čudovita stvar v zvezi z Accessom, s tem dostopom do zavedanja, je to, da imamo dejansko dostop do vedenja, da lahko vemo karkoli, vse.
In order to have that access, though, you really have to connect with yourself. You have to be connected with you.
In če želite imeti ta dostop do tega, morate biti resnično povezani s seboj.
Right? And that's the first sort of phase about the 7 steps. The first 2 steps are about connecting with you.
In tako je pri teh 7 korakih. Prva 2 koraka sta v bistvu povezana s tem, da se učimo, kako biti povezani sami s sabo, kako se povezati.
And I wanted to give people really easy way to go about doing that because, it's so easy to say, yes, connect with yourself, get in touch with yourself, get in touch with who you really are. And it's like, yeah, okay, how do I do that?
In ljudem hočem res dati preprost način, kako to narediti, ker ljudje se velikokrat vprašamo, ko slišiš in ti ljudje govorijo, ja, poveži se s tabo in potem se vprašaš, ja, ok, ampak kako naj to naredim?
So the first 2 steps are about a really easy, subtle approach, but quite profound way to ease into that connection with yourself.
Prva 2 koraka sta dejansko zelo preprosta, ampak hkrati zelo globoka in nekako gresta globoko, da se lahko povežeš sam s sabo in greš v to lahkotnost s seboj.
And the important thing about that, those first 2 steps, and the important thing about connecting with yourself is so that you recognize when something's off, when something's up, when there's something going on. You're able to recognize that. You're able to recognize the energy of that.
In v zvezi s temi 2 korakoma je v bistvu fora v tem, da znaš opaziti, ko nekaj ne štima, ko je nekaj čudno in dejansko, ja, to prepoznaš.
My buddy Dane here wrote a book called Being You, Changing the World. And that really is the essence of getting in touch with you. It's about being you.
Dr. Dan Harry je napisal to knjigo Bodi ti in ta knjiga je v bistvu govori o tem, kako biti, kako se povezati.
Did you guys hear the last words from Anna?
Slišali 2 besedi zadnji od Ane?
Yeah?
Yeah?
Okay, cool. And once you recognize what your vibration is like, right, then you recognize when you're not being that.
Ko enkrat prepoznaš, kaj je tvoja vibracija tebe, potem lahko tudi prepoznaš, kdaj nisi to.
And so what do you do when you recognize you're not being that?
In kaj narediš, ko prepoznaš, da nisi to?
Oh no, I'm not being me. What do I do?
Ne, nisem jaz, kaj pa naj zdaj naredim?
So the step 3 and 4 is about disconnecting from everything you are not.
Torej, koraka 3 in 4 sta povezana s tem, da se odklopiš od vsega, kar nisi ti.
Yeah, and that disconnecting from everything you are not, once again, really simple steps on how to do that with ease and ease away from everything that is not you.
Torej, ta 2 koraka 3 in 4 sta zelo preprosta in zelo na preprost način jih lahko uporabiš, da prepoznaš in se znaš izklopiti od vsega, kar nisi ti.
And this gives you choice.
In to ti da izbiro.
Yeah, so that when you go to reconnect with everything and everyone around you, you can choose to reconnect from who you are and not from who you're pretending to be and who you are not.
Torej, da lahko potem se nazaj povežeš, ko prepoznaš, kdaj nisi ti in nisi priključen na sebe, lahko to prepoznaš in uporabiš in si nazaj. Tisto,
Yeah, you get to play with energies.
In se igraš z energijami.
Yeah, so step 5 and step 6 are about playing with the energies that are in front of you and around you, and the energies that are within you, and how to play with those. Yeah.
Koraka 5 in 6 sta v zvezi s tem, kako se igraš z energijami, ki so okrog tebe, v tebi, in kako lahko, what was the last word?
And play with the energies in you and all around you.
v sebi in okoli sebe.
Yeah, and that's really a lot of fun.
In to je zelo zabavno.
Yeah, and so once you start playing with those, it's almost like being an alchemist, being a catalyst for change. Really, it is.
In ko se enkrat začneš igrati s tem, postaneš alkimist, pravzaprav katalist za spremembo.
Yeah, because when you start playing with that, and when you start seeing the change you can be in the world and in your environment, just by being willing to be who you are and not be who you aren't.
Torej, s tem, ko se začneš, ko prepoznaš, kdaj nisi ti in se... I'm sorry,
yeah, that's all right. I mean, that once you start playing with that and you get to see the change you can be in the world simply by
torej, ko se igraš tam, vidiš spremembo, kar si v svetu, s tem, ko si ti.
Yeah, and not falling into that habit of being who you are not.
To navado nazaj, da si nekaj, kar v bistvu pravzaprav nisi.
Right? Then you start recognizing really how vital you are
Potem začneš prepoznavati, kako si resnično pomemben.
To creating what you'd like to have more of in your life.
Da ustvariš tisto, kar bi rad ustvaril v svojem življenju.
Yeah, you build up a sort of a self-confidence.
In tako zgradiš neko samopodobo svojo.
Yeah, you get out of judgment of you.
Greš ven iz sodbe sebe.
You know you can change it.
In veš, da lahko to spremeniš.
Yeah, and the final step and the final phase is establishing true connection.
In zadnji korak je, da vzpostaviš resnično povezavo.
Which is not only about connecting with all the energies in you and around you and changing them, it's also connecting with the planet and with the universe.
Samo v tem, da se povežeš z energijami, ki so v tebi, okoli tebe, ampak tudi, da se povežeš s celim planetom in univerzumom.
And once you have these 7 steps to flawless communication and you make them yours, no one can take away from you.
In ko imaš enkrat teh 7 korakov in jih uporabljaš, in nihče ne more tega vzeti stran od tebe.
Yeah, anything. No one can take away from you anything. Yeah. And it's quite simple.
Zelo je preprosto.
In the book and in the classes, we do some exercises together.
Na delavnicah delamo skupaj te vaje.
Yeah, and we look at how that shows up in different scenarios in your life.
In pogledamo, kako se te stvari prikazujejo v različnih scenarijih v našem življenju.
Whether it be at work,
na delu.
You know, sometimes you're at work and people can try to make you feel small and insignificant.
In te ljudje hočejo pomanjšati in narediti nepomembne.
You can get frustrated,
in postaneš frustriran za to.
Bored.
Dolgočasen.
Go into the wrongness of you and just not be centered.
Nisi center.
So it's real. What I'm recognizing and people are sharing is that these 7 steps really help them have more ease being in environments where there are people, and there's people all around. It's like people everywhere.
No, kar prepoznavam in kar ljudje podelijo z mano, je to, da ko ljudje uporabljajo 7 korakov, ima resnično ogromno lahkotnosti, ali na delu, z ljudmi.
Yeah. So I really, the lie that we are separate is something that distracts us quite a bit. And one of my targets with this 7 Steps to Flawless Communication book and the classes is to invite you to recognize that you are not separate, you're not alone, you never have been, and you never will be.
Ena izmed mojih tarč s temi koraki 7 do torej brezhibne komunikacije je to, da spoznate, da niste sami, da nikoli niste bili, nikoli ne boste.
Yeah. So we can definitely go through the steps. I can tell you what they are and play with a couple of the tools. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them.
lahko gremo skozi vseh 7 korakov, naredimo kakšno vajo. In prosim, če imate kakršnakoli vprašanja, postavite jih.
Yeah, and you can bring yourself off of mute when you want to talk. There's Alan showing up, so is he talking?
Lahko se date na glasno, spodaj levo imate en tak mikrofonček in lahko se unmutate, da boste lahko karkoli povedali. Evo, Alan.
Hi, I just want to say that if some of the Croatians have questions, they can unmute and I'll translate them, because I'm translating also and I'll send the recording after. So just the information.
Torej, če tukaj kdo iz Hrvaške, sem vesel prevajati za njega, ker jaz sem tudi prevajalec.
Do you want to say that in Croatian, or that you're already saying that in Croatian on another line?
Okay, I can say it in Croatian. So, dakle, za sve vas iz Hrvatske koji imate pitanje, možete se slobodno unmutati i postaviti pitanje, ja ću vas prevesti i prevest ću vam ono što ću vam Kes reći.
Yeah. You know, I did I did an interview the other day. I don't know if you guys saw it. Hi, Dorans. Hi, Doran. I did an interview the other day. I don't know if you guys saw it. I was in Israel, and I did an interview with I-24 News.
Imela sem en intervju, ko sem bila v Izraelu in naredila sem na temu TV-u 24-urnik pač nekih novic.
Yeah, if somebody has that link, please put it in the chat. It's on the Art of Being Cass.
Dejte tukaj v pogovor.
I don't think that'll be you, Anna, because you're busy translating. Humanoid magnitude wants to do everything. And again, one of the comments that I got, and also Gary, Douglas, Dane here, they, messaged me, and they were saying, you were so great, you were so relaxed and so natural.
Ljudje so mi dali ogromno teh feedbackov, kako sem bila čudovita, prav tako sta me v bistvu kontaktirala Gary, Douglas in Dane Harry in sta mi rekla, wow, ti si bila tako v bistvu preprosta, naravna.
And I'm always surprised to hear that.
In vedno sem presenečena, ko to slišim.
And I guess, when I wrote this book, 7 Steps to Flawless Communication, it was about sharing what I know about being natural and relaxed.
V zvezi s tem, ko sem pisala to knjigo, je bilo v bistvu vse v zvezi s tem, kar jaz vem, kako biti sproščen in pa naraven.
Now that doesn't mean you can't be excited, like totally excited, right, about something, right? But a lot of times when we're excited or angry or whatever, we move from being here, present, right, to being off somewhere else.
In velikokrat, ko smo vznemirjeni ali pa ko smo jezni, se premaknemo iz tega, da smo tukaj nekam drugam.
Yeah, and so that's what the class is about, that's what the book is about, getting you to recognize when you're going off somewhere else, when you're not sort of present, you're just sort of...
In o tem je knjiga, o tem so v bistvu seminarji, da greš iz tega, ko nisi več prisoten, ko nekam odplavaš, da si spet nazaj ti.
And the cool thing is, you don't need me, because you could just use the book. Yeah. And we play with it together so that you can get more agile, meaning more flexible with that, and also be that change for other people to see.
S temi orodji gremo skupaj skozi njih in skozi primere, da postanete bolj fleksibilni in da ste to in ta sprememba.
You know, a lot of times people are waiting, they're looking for something, they know that something's missing in their lives, and they'd like to have more of them in their lives, right?
Ljudje vejo, da nekaj manjka v njihovem življenju in vejo, da bi radi imeli več sebe in več od življenja.
And they're waiting for some huge explosion to occur.
Čakajo na neko veliko eksplozijo, da se pojavi.
Yeah. And that we have someone sharing their screen, so we'll have to tell them to not share their screen.
Nekdo z nami deli njihov cel
Martina. Thank you, Martina. Cool. And they're waiting for some huge explosion to happen, and they're never satisfied because that huge explosion cannot happen unless you're willing to notice the subtle changes.
Velikokrat čaka na to veliko eksplozijo, ko se bo nekaj zgodilo in ta eksplozija se ne zgodi, če nisi voljen imeti sprememb oziroma biti ta sprememb.
Yeah, the huge explosion cannot happen unless you're willing to acknowledge the subtle changes.
Velika eksplozija se ne more zgoditi, če ne ozavestite sprememb.
So that's what I'm interested in, is inviting you to recognize the subtle changes.
Torej, mene zanima, da nekako prepoznavate te drobne mičkane spremembe.
In fact, the first step is called Show Me the Magic.
Torej, prvi korak se imenuje Pokaži mi čarovnijo.
If you ask to see the magic,
Vprašate potem, da vidite čarovnijo, čarobnost,
and you are vigilant,
in ste do tega, kako bi prevedli vigilant?
do you know what vigilant is?
Bojevniški, taki bojevniški.
Bojevniški is perfect. Bojevniški. Perfect. If you are bojevniški, you're going to see it.
Boste to videli. V smislu, če jo hočete videti, jo boste opazili.
Yeah. And everything you see from the moment you ask, show me the magic, be willing to see the magic in that. So I'll give you an example. In the morning, I ask for that, show me the magic. And usually the leaves on the trees will be the first one to answer, respond to your call.
Dala vam bom primer. Zjutraj sem prosila potem, naj se mi pokaže ta čarobnost. In ponovadi so tisti drevesa zjutraj, listki iz dreves, ko ti pokažejo to.
And I'm like, okay, that's good. I'm good with that magic. I'm good with the leaves blowing even when there's no moving, even when there's no wind.
Kul mi je, da to vidim. Zadovoljna sem s tem, da se listki premikajo, tudi ko ni tega vetra.
Yeah, and if you're in a place where there are no trees, maybe it's the reflection on the window that will change. Maybe you'll see a face in the clouds, right?
Ko nimate dreves okrog, boste mogoče videli obraz v oblakih, mogoče boste videli neko svetlobico.
Maybe you'll see the reflection of a rainbow in the drops of rain.
Mogoče boste videli odsev mavrice v teh kapljicah dežja.
And this is where the subtlety comes in.
In tukaj pride ta, kako bi rekli subtlety? I need some help.
Subtilnost.
Subtilnost, da.
Te subtilne
Yeah.
stvari.
Yeah. Subtlety comes in.
Yeah.
The subtlety is if you say, wow, okay, and acknowledge that as the magic, the response to your call for magic.
Torej, to je to, ko opazite v teh subtilnih stvari, ta klic potem, ko ste sprašvali po čarovniji in jih opazite noter.
Something more obvious will immediately show up.
In ko to opazite, se bo kar naenkrat nekaj bolj očitnega pokazalo.
A butterfly.
Mogoče metuljček.
You'll hear birds where you didn't hear them before.
Slišali boste ptiče, ko jih niste nikoli slišali.
Your phone will ring. You'll get a message.
Telefon bo zazvonil, dobili boste sporočilo.
Yeah. And then if you are willing to even giggle, right, with the universe about that.
In če ste se voljni smejati in požgečkati z univerzumom.
Something else will show up.
Se nekaj drugega pokazalo.
And your day will be full of magic presenting itself to you at different times.
In to se bo prikazovalo vam ob različnih časih.
But you've got to be willing to acknowledge the first one.
Vendar morate biti voljni ozavestiti, priznati prvega.
And be grateful for it.
Biti hvaležni za to.
Yeah. The second step is about listening to your body.
Drugi korak je v zvezi s tem, da poslušate svoje telo.
And this is about allowing your body to contribute to you so that you know.
In da dopustite svojemu telesu, da vam doprinaša, v temu, da veste.
A, when you're present or not present, right?
Prvič, oziroma ko ste prisotni ali niste.
Right? Just perceiving that shift in energy when you are present and when you're not present is really great.
Da zaznavate to razliko med tem, ko ste prisotni in ko niste. To je res odlično.
Right? But also,
Prav tako,
your body, if you ask questions, your body will let you know when something is right for you or not.
če boste postavljali vprašanje, bo vaše telo vedelo, kdaj je nekaj okej in kdaj ni.
Yeah. Now, there's a couple of things about that. We get into that a little bit later. I just want to. There's a couple of things about that. Some people don't perceive that shift.
Določeni ljudje v bistvu ne morejo prepoznati tega shifta, te spremembe.
Great exercises in the book to play with.
Čudovita vaja je v knjigi, s katero se lahko igrate.
Yeah, lots of people have tried them, and I tried them for a long time. Because I was so, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Because I was so busy for a couple of reasons. One, because I felt like when I was present, I was way too intense for people.
Iz dveh razlogov. Prvič, ko sem bila jaz res prisotna, sem bila veliko preveč intenzivna za ljudi.
Yeah. Now, I didn't cognitively think, oh, hi, I'm not going to be present because when I'm present, I'm too intense for people.
In o tem nisem kognitivno razmišljala, da bi rekla, zdaj pa ne bom prisotna, ker ko sem veliko preintenzivna za ljudi.
But my willingness to be that intensity of presence
Moja voljnost, da sem intenzivnost prisotnosti,
actually put me more in touch with my body.
me je postavila v boljši stik z mojim telesom.
And allow my body to give me more information.
In to je dopustilo mojemu telesu, da mi da več informacij.
And if you work with this, and this is only you that can do this, nobody can do it for you. You can't go to a guru.
In če boste uporabljali te stvari, nihče drug ne more tega za vas narediti. Ne morete iti do guruja in reči, če vam to naredi.
Because even if you do go to the guru,
če greste do guruja,
they're going to give you things to do so that you can get here. Present. So you really do have to choose it. And be willing to dedicate a little bit of time to you. This is about, like I said, your confidence in who you are and your ability to be in any situation with ease. Your confidence about who you are and your ability to be in any situation. Even when it's not easy, totally increases. Yeah. And you've already, the first step is about the magic, so you start playing with that too and seeing the magic in your body. Yeah, and you start this dialogue with your body that never ends. And it's playful. And it's kind. And it's gentle. Yeah. So when you start stuff starts showing up that is not playful, kind, and gentle in a dialogue, right?
torej, ko se začnejo stvari pojavljati, ki niso nežne, prijazne in v tem dialogu,
you notice it.
to paziš.
It's like, hey, what happened? Wait a minute, we were going good here. What happened? What's going on? What is going on here?
Kaj se je zgodilo? Vse nam je šlo v redu, ampak kaj je zdaj? Kaj je to? Halo?
And that's what the step 3 and 4 are about, like really disconnecting from that, not you.
In o tem je v bistvu tako tretji in četrti korak, da se odklopiš iz tistega, kar nisi ti, iz ne sebe.
Exactly, yeah. Lowering your barriers, right? And we play with that in the class. Whew. I love to do that. Every time I do that, and going beyond, you know, all the masks that we put on to try and fit in. Yeah. So playing with that a bit, you recognize when that is showing up in other people as well.
Ko se igraš malo s tem, začneš prepoznavati, kot to ljudje drugi počnejo tudi.
Yeah. So you get clear on it for yourself.
Prvič imaš jasno v zvezi s seboj.
In steps 3 and 4, and then in steps 5 and 6, you get clear on how to change that in your rapport with other people.
Tudi z drugimi ljudmi.
Yeah. So we play with the engaging the universe, asking for help, asking the universe to have your back, and playing with that in step 5.
V koraku 5 torej vključimo tudi univerzum, kako se igrati z njim.
Yeah, in the book and in the class we play with this amazing tool from Access Consciousness called Creating Energy Flows. It's in the foundation class of Access.
In na seminarju se tudi igramo s temi čudovitimi orodji iz Accessa, ki se jim reče energijski tokovi.
And it's just a really efficient way to really change blocked situations in relationships and conversations in business even.
In to je tudi način, kako zelo učinkovito lahko spremenimo situacije v odnosih,
in relationships, in your business, in conversations. Yeah, and you play with them. There's some homework in the book to gives you different situations in which to play with them. So that's fun. Yeah.
In tudi napotka o tem, kako se lahko s tem igrate v različnih situacijah.
Yeah, and step 6 is about really expanding your zone so that every situation is comfortable. You don't need your space.
Res se naučimo, kako ekspanzirati to cono svojo, da kjer je povsod udobno, kjer imaš ta prostor.
You don't feel overwhelmed by other people, contracted or anxiety, overwhelmed, contracted anxiety.
Da ne počutiš preobremenjenega, stresnega, anksioznega, ko si z drugimi ljudmi.
Yeah, and even depression, which is a closing in.
Depresija, ki je depresija to zapiranje.
So we work with expanding the zone.
Torej, delamo s tem, da razširimo to cono.
So that's for you as well, right? But it also changes the atmosphere around you when you do that.
In prav tako spremeni atmosfero, ko delate, atmosfero okoli vas.
And I've got to say, in recognizing, getting in those first steps about getting in touch with you, recognizing who you are, what your vibration is.
Dejansko prepoznavaš, kdo si ti, začenjaš prepoznavati, kaj je tvoja vibracija.
Right, and this steps 3 and 4, recognizing what's not you when there's a different energy showing up than yours, right?
Koraku 3 in 4 prepoznavaš, da nisi ti, ko so različne situacije okoli tebe.
With this expanding your zone exercise,
to svojo cono, to vajo,
you're able to stop for you and for other people yourself from going down the rabbit hole.
Ustaviš to, da greš ti in drugi ljudje v to zajčjo luknjo.
allowing the situations and circumstances in your life to shut you down.
In da nehaš dopuščati, da te situacije in neki dogodki zaprejo.
Yeah, and a lot of people forget that whether you're in a city, whether you're at the sea, whether you're in an office, you're still on this planet.
In veliko ljudi to pozabi, ko si na morju, ko si v mestu, še vedno si na tem planetu.
Yeah. To have an awareness of that, to have a consciousness of that, and to connect to that
In da se povežeš s tem.
will allow you to have an authentic communication with everything and everyone, because guess what? They're on the planet too.
In to vam bo dopustilo, da imate avtentično komunikacijo z vami in z drugimi, ker uganite, kaj tudi oni so na planetu.
And when you're doing that and doing that, your communication can only be flawless.
In ko ste to, je vaša komunikacija lahko samo brezhibna.
Yeah. So with the classes, people have found that it's a real easy approach to consciousness.
Ljudje so na seminarjih ugotovili, da je to res preprost način do zavedanja.
Even for people who aren't actively, like probably most of the people on this call, seeking consciousness.
Tudi za tiste ljudi, ki mogoče ne iščejo prav zavedanja.
Yeah. And so people have asked about teaching it. I do an evening class, which I did in Slovenia. It was really cool.
Ljudje so me vprašali potem, če bi lahko učili ta večerni seminar, ki smo ga imeli v Sloveniji.
And then I do a full day class so that we can play a bit more with the steps and also play with them in different scenarios. Yeah.
Imamo tudi en ta celodnevni seminar, ker se igramo z orodji in jih nanašamo na različne situacije.
And for people who are interested in perhaps teaching it, doing classes, workshops, or even corporate training, there is a second day of training. It's called platform, something from which you can spring off of.
In za ljudi, ki jih zanima, da bi te stvari učili, imeli delavnice, obstaja tudi še en dan seminarja, ki se mu reče nekako platforma. In ja, ko narediš ta seminar, lahko potem učiš.
Yeah, and I usually do 2 a year. I've been really busy this year, so there's only going to be 1 this year of those 2-day classes.
Zelo sem zaposlena, to leto bosta samo 2, ta dvodnevna seminarja.
And it's going to be really close to home, which I live in Italy, in Rome.
In to bo zelo blizu mojega doma, glede na to, da živim v Rimu, v Italiji.
In neighboring Slovenia.
In to bo v Sloveniji.
That's because Anna's so demanding.
To zahteva.
Yeah, and you know, that's you recognize when people know what they desire in their lives, and they create it, they make it happen. So she's made this happen. Yeah.
Lahko prepoznate, ko ljudje res si želijo nekaj ustvariti in takrat bodo res dejansko te stvari ustvarili.
Yeah, so thank you for that invitation. We'll do it in Slovenia, and there will be translation in probably a couple of different languages.
Okay. Hvala za to povabilo. Naredili bomo ta 2 seminarja v Sloveniji in verjetno bo še prevod v druge jezike, druga 2 jezika.
Yeah, and I think that's the first weekend of December.
In mislim, da to prvi vikend v decembru.
Yeah. Yes, which is the 2nd and 3rd of December. Yeah, cool. And so after those 2 days training, and it's really reasonably priced, then you can apply to be a teacher of the evening classes and share it with other people. And
in po teh 2 seminarjih, za katere mislim, da je zelo pulska cena, lahko zaprosite za to, da postanete učitelj večernih seminarjev.
Yeah, and if you're interested in that, just write to Anna. We'll get you some information about what that looks like and what.
Ani in povedala vam bo, kako to izgleda, kaj to pomeni.
Yeah, and if you're ever interested in anything, I offer a lot of classes online. thanks to Beat, and we have them in different places around the world. The evening tasters on different sex and relationship, on other things. So you can always participate online, and Anna or Alexandra will
Ja.
ask them to translate.
Imam veliko tudi drugih v bistvu online seminarjev in če vas zanima, lahko vedno zaprosite Ano ali Aleksandro, da se v bistvu te seminarje prevede.
Yeah, and if Alan's not busy, he'll jump in too. So supportive. Thank you all for your love. Love you guys.
Thank you, Cass.
Bo tudi on del tega, vedno je pripravljen pomagati. Hvala ti za to, hvala tebi, Cass.
Yeah. Oops, you heard the angels replied with that one. So are there any questions, or is that, was that good?
Je bilo redo? Yeah.
Thank you, Pika.
Hvala, Pika.
Yeah.
Sasha is raising his
Yeah.
Sasha,
So what?
Ali imaš kakšno vprašanje?
Havala. That's Natasha. Havala, Natasha. Yeah. Havala to you. Yeah. Would anyone like to say anything? I know some people were at the evening class. Maybe if you would be kind enough to say what that was like for you, or have been at other of the classes, that would be awesome.
Nekateri izmed vas ste bili torej na tej večerni delavnici, a bi bili tako prijazni, pa bi povedali kakšno besedo ali pa v kakšnem drugem seminarju, ki smo ga imeli skupaj. Bi kdorkoli komentiral? Anna and little baby, where are you? The other Anna.
Or does anyone have any questions? Can you tell them how to take yourself off mute? You just bring your mouse down to the bottom and press the microphone.
Imate kakšno vprašanje? Če želite karkoli povedati, levo imate gumbek mute, piše M-U-T-E.
Hi, Sasso. Sasso, I've taken you off mute, darling.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you hear me? Hi, how are you?
Fine. You have to tell us how you did that to put your hand up too, because
No, I don't have any special questions. It was a nice presentation of your work, so I'm happy.
Thank you. And how did you do that to raise your hand?
Oh, I don't know. I used this Zoom application first time. So
You're brilliant. I've used it 100 times and I never remember how to raise the hand.
Jaz to uporabljam skozi, pa še zdaj si ne moram zapomniti, kako dvigam roko. It's actually right next to mute me, down where the people are listed.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Anyone else? We have
Alexandra raised her hand.
Come on off
I
mute.
just tried it out.
You tried it out. Hi.
English, Slovenian.
Both.
Thank you so much for this. But I wanted to. But I wanted just to share. I was on this class, on the evening class, and I was on a body class also. But I had an anxiety, like kind of anxiety.
Jaz imam neko anksioznost, neke vrste.
Imela sem ena par napadov anksioznosti. And then Cass presented this exercise as she did before, when you kind of expand your zone.
In Cass nam je
In potem je Cass v bistvu
kako razširiš svojo cono.
And it didn't happen again. So thank you.
Anksiozno se zgodila, torej hvala ti za to.
Yeah, and it's funny because we went out to dinner afterwards on one day, Alexandra, and we were using this listen to your body step 2, the light or heavy. And I remember you had this aha moment, and you were like, "Wow, do you do this with every single thing? Like even choosing a restaurant?"
Šli smo na eno večerjo skupaj.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
In potem sem uporabljala to orodje lahkotno teža in ona mi je rekla, ko smo zbirali restauracijo, in ona mi je rekla, ti počneš vsako stvar, celo takrat, ko smo zbirali.
Yeah. And there's no order in consciousness. There's just however it works best for you, right?
V zavedanju ni nobenega reda, je samo način, kdaj nekaj najbolj zate deluje.
So someone had suggested a restaurant to us, and we were, we were asking, listening to our body. Is it light? Is it not? Is it heavy?
In nekdo nam je predlagal neko restauracijo, in pa smo postavili vprašanje, je to lahkotno, je težko?
It was yes sometimes, no sometimes. We went from restaurant to restaurant, and then we finally said, "Okay, universe, show us the magic."
In včasih je bilo ja, včasih je ne, in hodili smo od ene do druge restauracije, in pa sva rekla, univerzum, pokaži nam to čarovnijo.
Yeah. Now we could have given up.
Lahko bi obupali.
And just gone for the head, right?
Šli v glavo.
And said, "Okay, we're hungry now. Let's just choose this."
Dajmo zbrati to restauracijo.
But we actually weren't willing to. We kept playing with the tools, and we was like, "Okay, universe, show us the magic."
In še vedno smo se bolj kar igrali, torej smo se igrali z orodjem in smo rekli, okay, univerzum pokaže nam to čarovnijo.
And as soon as we ask that, we look up and we see a sign.
In ko smo hodili, smo naenkrat gledali ta znak.
For that original restaurant that had been recommended to us.
Torej, zagledali smo ta znak za to originalno restauracijo, katero so nam priporočili.
Yeah, so we walk down this alley and we arrive at this restaurant.
Torej, šli smo na cesto in prišli v to restauracijo.
And it was gorgeous.
In bila je.
We had fabulous seat outside.
I didn't hear, but they had, imeli so čudovito.
Imeli smo, bila je prekrasna in imeli smo neverjetne sedeže spredi, tik pred restauracijo ob Ljubljanici, zareč z neverjetnim razgledom tudi. Tako da, seriously, like, show me the magic, and it really works. Bom povedala v slovenščini. Ena izmed prvih besed po temu, ko smo se usedli, sem rekla, pa to res deluje. Like, this really works.
And that was her surprise, too. She said, wow, this stuff really works.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's nice when you get to spend some time together. Beyond the classroom, too, we do something called the living experience, where we get to spend some time together beyond the classroom as well.
Včasih na seminarjem tudi eno tako delavnico izkušnja bivanja, bivanska izkušnja, ko preživimo nekaj časa skupaj.
Yeah, the next one of those is coming up in January in Bali. So if you can't make it in December and you'd like to live the workshop experience and also beyond that, dinners together and stuff like that, join us in Bali in January.
Ne boste mogli priti decembra v Slovenijo, se nam pridružite na Baliju januarja, kjer bomo imeli ta living experience, torej, kjer bomo imeli delavnice in skupaj bomo.
Yeah, Jana says, yeah, Bali. So I'll just put that, it's live your dreams to life.com. So there's the link to that. So that gives you some information about it. And we can get you some information in Croatian or Slovenian, as you wish.
Damo kakšne informacije v slovenščini ali v hrvaščini, kot si želite.
Yeah.
I can also share one experience from the evening workshop. It's
okay. Well, Alexandra, maybe we'll translate you when you say it.
Lahko tudi deli eno izkušnjo iz večerne delavnice.
I use it like on daily basis, literally. And it's, when you gave us this exercise when you just pull down the barriers and walls and just
Ko spustiš svoje barijere
in zidove and then you
in
just
zidove
be whatever you be.
in potem si pač kar si.
And you are vulnerable and you just are willing to receive a way more.
In si resnično ranljiv.
And willing to receive a way more than with the walls and barriers and masks and
Yeah, cool. And with
In
ease.
voljan prijeti z lahkotnostjo.
Yeah.
Anna,
cool.
I think I've lost like a half of you. But okay.
Yeah. The energy is great, though.
Energija je kul. Torej, kaj sem se naučila, kako uporabljati eno vajo, ko v bistvu spustiš zidove pa barijere. Dostakrat, ko smo z ljudmi, smo nosimo neke maske, neke zide, neke barijere in nikoli nimaš mesta, kjer si lahko ti. In je čudovita vaja, ki jo v bistvu uporabljam vsak dan praktično, posebej, kadar sem z ljudmi.
Cool. Cool. All right. Does anyone have any questions?
Ima še kdo kakšno vprašanja?
Imamo li pitanja?
Cool. Okay. How about you, Alan? How was that for you? Did you stay for the evening class? But you've been in them before, I think.
No, I haven't been on any 7 steps, but I've been on a lot of your classes.
Cool. Awesome. Did you like them?
And I like them a lot. They're like amazing, and you are amazing. And it's always something. And the way you talk about everything is always very fresh and always new. I like it.
As I said, guess you are contagious.
Contagious. Cool. Do you want to translate that? That's awesome.
Jaz sem rekla zanč, guess ti si tako nalezljiva.
Contagious and fresh. I like it. I'll have some of that, please. Contagious and fresh. Thank you. Yeah.
Nalezljiva in sveža.
I continually get new awareness on stuff.
Jaz ves čas dobivam novo stvari.
And you know me, I like to share everything.
Poznate, veste, da rada delim vse.
Cool. Beautiful picture, Barbara. Yeah, awesome. Thank you for joining in, everyone. Would you like to share anything? Hi, Petra. Would you like to share anything, Anna, additionally?
If I would like to share something?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. I would also like to thank everyone who showed up.
Rada bi se zahvalila vsem, ki ste se prikazali. Rada bi se zahvalila vsem, ki ste se prikazali.
And Alessandra, thank you for helping with organization and everything. And we have some more things coming up with Kes.
Imamo še stvari, ki prihajajo. S Kes bomo še organizirali dogodke online tudi.
In v živo. So, stay tuned.
Yes. We have a question.
Dajte ostati povezani.
We have a question from Natasha. I was just getting ready to practice my Slovenian and it moved further up on my screen, so maybe it's better not. Dovolila si bom biti iskrena in ranljiva.
Do you want me to translate that?
Maybe you want to read it and then maybe we want to read it and then, yeah.
Okay, so if I translate it in English, I will allow myself to be honest and vulnerable, and I'll just ask, what when doctor says to you that you have a psychosis? What can you do with this? And I was also on CAS seminar, and it was very nice and very new. So thank you. Psychosis.
Right.
Like
do you want to read the question in Slovenian as well?
Yeah, I can. Wait, just a moment. Where is that? Okay. So, dovolila si bom biti iskrena in ranljiva in bom kar vprašala, kaj kot ti zdravnik reče, da imaš psihozo, kaj lahko narediš s tem? Tudi jaz sem že bila na Kesinem seminarju in bilo je zelo lepo in novo. Hvala. So that.
Yeah. Okay. So, you can say thank you.
Rečeš lahko hvala.
Because the definition, you can say thank you to the doctor. You said, what do you do with it? You can say thank you.
Rečeš lahko hvala, ker sem jo
Yeah.
vprašala, kaj lahko.
The definition of psychosis is a severe mental disorder in which thoughts and emotions are so impaired that contact is lost with external reality. Do you want me to?
Please, yeah, and a little bit.
I'll translate that into Slovenian.
Okay.
So the definition of psychosis is severe mental disorder.
Je globoka mentalna bolezen.
Motnja.
Yeah. In which thought and emotion are so impaired
Ker sta emocija in pa misel tako povezani, podobni.
Povezani,
Right.
ja.
that relating to this to the external, you lose your relation to this external reality.
Da nekako zgubiš povezavo z zunanjo realnostjo.
Yeah. And that's what we do in steps 3 and 4. We disconnect from buying this reality as real.
In to naredimo na korakih 2 in 3, da dejansko se odklopimo od zunanje realnosti kot resnične.
We do a lot of that in Access as well.
Ogromno tega počnemo tudi v Accessu.
And we recognize that a lot of what this reality calls mental disorder
In prepoznavamo, da veliko tega, kar ta realnost imenuje mentalne motnje,
is actually the elements of change,
so dejansko elementi spremembe,
the chaos
kaosa,
that is not seeking order,
ki ne iščejo reda,
but an organization that comes from beyond this reality, a sort of divine order.
ampak organiziranost, ki izhaja onkraj te realnosti, se pravi kot inspirirani oziroma divine nadred.
Yeah, Steve Jobs,
Primeri kot so Steve Jobs,
Einstein,
even
Nelson Mandela.
Tudi Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, didn't buy this reality as real.
Ni kupoval te realnosti, oziroma niso kupovali te realnosti kot resnične.
And they changed the world.
In so spremenili svet,
as we know it.
Kot smo ga poznali.
Yeah, so what if all diagnoses were points of departure and not points of arrival?
Tako da, kaj če vse diagnoze, kaj če so bolj točke odhoda in ne točke prihoda?
Most people allow themselves to be dominated and manipulated by their thoughts and emotions, right?
Večina ljudi si dovoli biti dominirana in manipulirana strani svojih misli in emocij.
And it doesn't give us choice.
In to nam ne da izbire.
Don't trust your mind.
Ne zaupati svojemu umu.
In Access, we say it's a dangerous thing, waste it.
V Accessu rečemo, da to je nevarna stvar, dejte jo zgubiti.
Trust your heart.
Dejte zaupati svojemu srcu.
Trust your heart.
Zaupajte svojemu srcu.
And trust the rhythm of your body to know what's right for you.
In zaupajte ritmu svojega telesa, da ve in da veste, kaj je pravilno za vas.
Yeah, it's not the way you're taught in this reality, but as you can see, this reality is going a little off kilter.
Ni tako, kot vidite v tej realnosti, ampak kot vidite tudi, ta realnost gre malo zdaj ven iz filtra.
Yes. So what do you do with that? Say thank you.
Torej, kaj narediš s tem? Reči hvala.
Is that helpful?
Je to pomagalo?
Je to pomagalo?
She says, hvala lepa,
Hvala.
ganjena sem do solz. She says, thank you very much, I'm moved to tears.
Yeah, cool. Don't buy anybody else's version of you. And that's when step 2, when we're talking about listening to your body, when someone says something to you that is not true for you, your body will let you know. And you just smile and say, thank you so much.
Torej, ne kupovati ničesar, kar ti nekdo drugi reče o tvojemu telesu, in na temu govorimo na tej stopni številka 2, kjer ti bo dejansko telo povedalo, kaj ni cool zate in kaj je cool zate. In zato v takih primerih rečeš, ok, hvala lepa.
Yeah, and also that expanding your zone exercise when the chaos gets too much for you, right? And it doesn't allow you to function in this reality. Expand your zone and expand out that mind. Yeah, so that you can reconnect with everything.
In tudi, ko ti dejansko ta kaos pol ne dovoljuje več, da bi funkcioniralo v tej realnosti, pol razširiš svojo cono s tisto vajo, ki smo jo prej pokazali, in dejansko ti to pol dovoljuje, da funkcioniraš onkraj te realnosti in je ne kupuješ kot resnična.
Okay. Cool. Exactly.
Okay.
Thanks, says Jana. I love Jana. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Havala. Also.
Hvala.
Yeah. All right. So we'll see you soon.
Okay.
And if you signed up
torej,
for this,
vidimo se kmalu.
If you didn't sign up
In
for it and you'd like a recording, sign up for it today.
Ok, če se niste upisali za ta seminar in bi vseeno radi prejeli posnetek, dejte se upisati danes.
Yeah, I'd also like to invite you. I'm starting tomorrow a 3-part telecall series on 7 Steps to Flawless Communication with People.
In rada bi vas povabila, tudi jutri začnem 3-dnevni seminar, 7 korakov brezhibne komunikacije z ljudmi.
And it's going to be talking the first day about business and money, the second day about family, friends, and lovers, and the third day about your body, my body, everybody. I'll write that in the thing.
Ok. Torej, prvi dan bomo govorili o biznisu in denarju. Drugi dan o družini, prijateljih in ljubimcih.
Yeah.
In tretji dan o moje telo, tvoje telo in vsako telo.
Yeah, I know we'll have the translation in Croatian of that.
Sorry.
Vem, da bomo imeli prevod v hrvaščino.
Yes. It would be also on a different channel, so for those just to be able to do the class properly.
Yeah.
Biće znači, just to translate, biće znači prijevod za sve one koji će prisustvovati na tom teleseminaru na zasebnom kanalu kako biste mogli bez problema pratiti uživo prijevod na seminar.
Yeah, and you guys, the questions that you and comments were so great. Love to have that kind of contribution on the call, so it will be translated in also.
Tako da rada bi imela, vaši komentarji in vprašanja so bili odlični, tako da to mi bo zelo pomagalo kot doprinos pri temu kolu, ki ga bomo imeli.
Yeah, and so if it speaks to you, please join us.
Torej, če vam to govori, dejte se nam pridružiti.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Še kdo?
All right. I think Beata's putting the sign-up link there in the, if you want more information about it, it's on my website anyway, so cool. All right, and Access website, so. Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hvala vam lepa.
Hvala vam lepa. And I see you the next time. Okay?
Thank
In
you.
vidimo se prihodnič.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Alessandra. There's the link in the chat, so just click on it.
Link je v chatu, tako da dajte samo klikati na njega in si pol prebrati in videti karkoli.
Okay.
Super.
Cool.
Super, thanks. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.